Alright, so we're back. I made some changes to the deck. So you can see here what I decided to do was add in some cheap removal. So this is really efficient removal. And my thought process here is that we have enough card draw between the Push Onward, the Wisdom of Elders, and our Celestial Omens that we should be able to draw the piece we need whenever we need it. And it's cheaply costed enough that it's not so hard to do card draw and play the spell on the same turn. And plus, since these are so efficiently costed, we can play these against the aggro decks. And then I added in 2 lightning storms to help shore up those aggro matches as well. What I pulled out was 1 copy of Backlash, 1 copy of Aelin's Favor, 1 copy of Azendel's Gift. I pulled out 1 of our Push Onwards, and I pulled out 1 copy of the Witching Hour. So we're going to take this back on the ladder. I'm going to see how we perform. Hopefully we can match up some more aggro decks and some more of the decks that try and go wide, and see how we can fare against those now that we made the changes. So my thought process on the cards that I pulled out, the Backlash and the Aelin's Favor, I felt like they weren't adding enough utility to be worth their card slot at this spot in the ladder. If we're playing against more mid-range decks with spells that were more of an issue for us, then I can see these cards being a little more helpful. But at this stage in the ladder, I don't really think they're going to be able to pull their weight. The same goes for the Azendel's Gift. At this point, all these players are just spilling their hands on the battlefield anyways. They're not going to have a hand to discard. And then I pulled out the copy of the Witching Hour. I'm literally going to keep that hand, that's for sure. I pulled out the 1 copy of the Witching Hour because we have these Celestial Omens, so that if we really need the Witching Hour, we can go search for it when we need it, or we can use our push onwards and dig deeper. I really don't think we need the 2 Witching Hours to win the game here. Normally, again, decks we're playing here, if we can just find our 1 copy, that'll be enough to win the game. I don't think we're going to go so long that we're going to need the second one to do even more damage. So let's see what we're up against here. Stone Scar of some sort. Okay. So, let's play our Feln Stranger. Has the turn. He didn't play anything yet in the first 2 turns. It's interesting. He might be more of a mid-range, Stone Scar mid-range. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what happens here. Okay. I think this is something we're fine dead striking. I don't think we have to necessarily feeding time that. So he has some sort of fast spell. Just pass the turn, okay. So hopefully we can start drawing some action here. I mean, we have plenty of removal, but I don't know how much good that's going to do if we can't start doing anything on our side of the board. Yeah, so we're gonna need to get a creature here soon. Instigator. So if we could get a scouting party, I think that would be great here. He can only attack 1 of our Yetis at a time, and then we can knock the shield off and draw some cards. So he's getting low on cards, but we need to take care of this weapon ASAP. Which doesn't look like we're going to get just yet. Oh man. Well, this one really came back to bite us, only having this removal in hand, but not being able to draw any of our creatures. It's a little unfortunate. I don't think we even saw any of our card draw spells either, so we couldn't even start to dig for what we were looking for. So let's see. I mean, plenty of removal on our hand, but the weapon ended up being our undoing. And he was getting so low on cards, I think if we could have taken care of the weapon, and we could have started to pull away from there. And like I said, I think the scouting party probably would have been the best way for us to dig ourselves out of that hole. Hopefully this next one will go a little more our way. Let's see. See what we're up against. Now, instead of doing the cheaper removal, I did the 1 Suffocate and the 2 Annihilate. I also considered doing 3 Argenport Instigators instead. Now there, at least those would have helped us break with the shield on the weapon. But would that be the correct card to have against some of these other decks? I'm not sure, that's hard to say. Control decks are just, in general, bad against decks with weapons. Okay. So I think since we have this Gale, let's try and be the aggressor since we don't have a good turn 4 play anyways. If he has the removal, he has the removal. Looks like he doesn't. Let's see what he gets. He's thinking hard. So let's go ahead and attack. And we'll just draw these cards on our turn. Okay. Maybe the correct thing to do would have been to wait till his turn, but I wanted to see what we drew. So he doesn't have a removal spell for this. I don't know if I think we might want to go ahead and force this. He didn't have the removal spell. Drawing cards. So he's still digging right now. He may have just gotten it. Let's see. Okay. We've got some options here. I think we want to just jam this instead of trying to look for the flying, which wouldn't win us the game. We can buff everyone up, get 2 of these through, and that's it. So we got pretty fortunate there, drawing our champion, but I felt like we weren't completely, in a tough spot there. I think we could have used our Wisdom of Elders, seeing if we could have drawn a Primal Sigil off of that to give our creatures flying. We still could have gone over the top. I think he still would have been 1 away from dying, but I think at that point we have a lot of ways that we can still finish the game. So luckily there, we were able to get the Midnight Gale. Really picked up a lot of steam for us there at the beginning of the game, and he had to dig for that removal, and he never ended up finding it. So it's good for us. Let's see if we can get something going here. Only Ronin on the other side. So we want to go and get a Primal Sigil. Hopefully between the Stranger, the Varus Favor, and the Midnight Gale, we have enough to stop him from getting too far ahead. And I hate to see this Celestial Omen in our hand against an aggro deck. So I think right here what we want to do, let's just use this Varus Favor. Go ahead, take care of this Oni Ronin. Because if we play the Feln Stranger, he might have a torch, and then he hits us for 4 again, gets another Warcry trigger. So we'd rather be safe than sorry right now. Okay. Let's play our Feln Stranger. If he has a torch, hopefully he uses it here, and then we can play our Midnight Gale. Okay. No, I don't want to see a weapon, and there it is. So I use this Midnight Gale to block her. I think we're fine with the double block here. It's 2 cards for 2 cards. Oh, not so much for that. I think what we're gonna have to do, go with the Scouting Party. The Death Strike is decent. I'm not gonna be able to block with this anyway, so I think we need to damage while we can. Scouting Party. Let's see if he has anything else. They always do. They always do. Okay. So we need something this turn. The Lightning Storm that we added would be something. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Going with the Yeti. So we need to draw something. Fine with that. Okay. Doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. Really don't see any out here for us. This is just gonna pop the Aegis, and then we have nothing flying. I think that's gonna be it. So, unfortunate, but Feln just has a hard time getting through these Aegis creatures. Any of our cheap removal there would have been good, just to pop the shield so that we can use our more premium removal to help kill the creature. And then we had the champion in hand, so we would have been okay if we could have just made it around that corner. So let's see here. Nothing really going on. Turn 1 or 2. I feel like we want something a little more interactive than just these card draw spells. I think this is good. Hopefully this will get us where we want to be. So I wonder what we are up against over here. Okay. Well, let's go ahead, play the Stranger so we can get our influence a little higher and be the first one on the board. Okay. Okay. So that worked out nicely. Crown of Possibilities. So let's start trying to get out ahead as quickly as we can. This champion will have charge next turn, which will be nice. But no flying just yet. Okay. So he's digging for answers. That's what we like to see for now. Okay. So let's go ahead and give him charge. Pass the turn. The next turn we can play this Primal Sigil, give them all flying. We'll have to see what he does. Still digging, so we like to see that. Sandform, I don't really know what he's going to be able to play here that's going to really make, yeah. I don't think there's anything that was going to happen there that would be too scary for us. So that one we managed to get out ahead pretty quickly. Okay, so let's see if we can get in one more. So I mean, we did come out pretty aggressively there, but it probably was unfortunate that he really didn't seem to have much going on his side of the table. So kind of a bummer for him. But, you know, when you're laddering, I guess you got to take whatever you can get. So hopefully we can get one more good game here at the end and kind of see if the changes we made are really starting to take effect. If we're seeing the deck play out the way we want to play, or if we're just, oh wow, so know that, or if we're just getting lucky and unlucky. So turn 2 we can seek power. Do the Bloodcaster next turn. Well, let's see what he does. Okay, this is interesting. We'll have to see what he's going for here. I think let's play the Bloodcaster and just kind of see what's happening, because I'm not really sure. Okay. So I say we just go ahead and Lightning Storm now. We don't want to get too greedy. Let's get what we can get for its next turn. Okay, that's fine. I mean, if he's killing these, then he's not killing our champions, which is kind of where we want to be. Well, got plenty of sigils in hand. Okay, well, I mean, that's disappointing, but there's nothing we can do about that right now. We had him down on cards, now he's going to kind of even up with this. That's okay. Feeding time's really good against these Haunting Scream decks. Should have recognized that's what he was on in the beginning. Okay. Let's go ahead and play this. Throw this out there. I think we kind of have all the faction or influence requirements that we need. Okay, Desperado. Don't really know how I feel about, like, that could be pretty good against this with the Haunting Scream. Okay. I actually haven't played against these Haunting Scream decks very much. Man, We are just not drawing anything good. That's a bummer. So what's he gonna grab here? Yeah, I figured it would be the Fanatic. So we're gonna have to Death Strike this. We're gonna have to combo off. There's no way they're gonna be able to. Man, that's rough. He's pulling way ahead now. This, I mean, we are just getting unlucky now. I mean, really? At this point, what could we have done? Okay. It hurts. It hurts. Oh man. We're gonna have to play another one. I feel like this is just... Don't know that there's much we could have done here. Yeah, that's great. Oh, that's just excellent. You guys are seeing this, right? You see what's happening. I wonder if he has a haunting scream to get 2 more 5/5 beasts. Let's see. You know, it hurts to be right. It really does. What can you do? Now if we draw another sigil or a banner, oh, well, I mean, is that really much better? Gotta give him that. It kind of went off in our face. Well, let's give it one more. I bet. Don't know what the odds are of drawing that many power in a row. Let's see if we can get a game where we don't have quite as bad luck. Pika Punch 12. Well, let's redraw this. Okay, well, I mean, that's certainly something. Plenty of 2s. Always with the Oni Ronins. Let's see if we can stave off the attack. Okay. Okay, well, maybe we'll stop both of those. Oh, that's okay. We'll stop one, hopefully. Annihilate the other one. Okay. Okay. Well then. So it doesn't look like he has any removal. This Black Sky Harbinger would be not even that great at this point. Let's go ahead and take care of this. Because we're about to play some Yetis. Okay. Okay. Now I want to get value off this black sky, so I'm gonna wait. He's gonna block and kill these. These live. Yeah, let's just wait. Okay, so that one worked out pretty well. So we got to face off against an aggro deck and kind of see how we fared, and I think that went pretty well for the most part. We got to use our efficient removal that we slotted in. Since that went quick, I guess we can try our hand at one more. We want a little more. Well, we'll see. Let's go ahead and start getting some sigils here. Let's get on the board. So we have combo pieces here. We don't have a lot of interaction to get us there, though. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let's get in for some damage. Get a sigil. Pass the turn. Let's try and see if we can't figure out what he's up to. Okay. Okay. Hopefully we can start to combo off soon. I think we just want to attack. It's lightning storm. We might just get this Dawnwalker right back, but yeah. At least we have the Death Strike to take care of that. Let's go ahead and kill it now. I don't want him to be able to draw anything or have something in hand to prevent us from being able to take care of it. Okay. Scroll cards. Still gonna hit us here. I guess. If we had a feeding time for this Dawnwalker, I think that would be best. Okay. You know, you hate to play this like that, but have to do what we have to do right now. Vanquish would suck. Sierra, not a lot better either. faction requirements here. This is not enough to kill just yet. We can draw cards here. So if we can survive to the next turn, I really would have liked to draw another champion here. If he takes care of this one, then we're not in super great shape, but okay, then that's game, it looks like. I think that's game, yep. So, got a little dicey, but we managed to pull that one out there in the end. The Dawnwalker really was going to be a problem for us. Any sort of recursion is an issue for these Feln Control decks. So, I think all in all, we did end up performing better after we did our operations of the day. Not sure how I feel about keeping some of these changes. The Suffocate was okay. I really was more happy with the Annihilate that we had here. I don't even know that we saw the Lightning Storm as many times as we wanted to, but we only ended up playing a few aggro decks. But all in all, I think I'm happy with the changes. I think going down to the 1 Witching Hour was a good move. And then I think I maybe would like to see more feeding times, or instead, what is the, I think, Steward of the Past? There it is, Steward of the Past, to silence units in the void. The recursion off of the Dawnwalker, or any of those Haunting Scream decks, that was really starting to get us. So I think that's a change that I would consider making. But overall, I mean, I was a lot happier with how we performed after the surgery than we did before.